The more time I've spent as a reseller, the more I realize it's really the perfect side hustle for anybody. Whether you want to sell 6 figures by flipping hundreds of items a month, or sell the things in your home to make a couple extra bucks. It suits everyone. How you do it definitely differs. This is how I do it. The first thing we always like to do is hit the thrift stores to make sure we can find all the stuff before everyone else does. But the more important thing is some caffeine first. Most people have heard about the yerba mate cans. This is the official stuff. California's first materia. I managed to avoid the sweets today, but got myself my large mate. I get espresso shot in there, and then I get a little bit of agave. Now that we got our caffeine in us though, let's go find some stuff to flip. All right, so our only stop of today is gonna be the Super Thrift. We've been having a lot of good luck here recently, so of course we're gonna keep coming back to look to see if they got some stuff for us to flip. Most of the time I try to get to these stores right when they open. That way we get first look at everything. Obviously there's always things to find throughout the day, but I find that if you can get to it first on whatever sale day, it's better that way. So today's probably the latest we've ever been here. It's already 9:30, so we'll see how packed it is in here. First thing I see is this WWE John Cena. There's no year on it, but it's pretty cool. 2008, yep. Here's an item we picked up and sold before. These are Orvis quarter zip. They come with this little zipper here and a snap button there. Cool little design, and the embroidery on the inside is really cool, but at $8.99, even with the 25% off, they haven't been selling for more than like 25, maybe around even 20, so we'll leave that one. That's things we would pick up in the past, but our new rule of trying to get $20 profit for each flip is a new game, so we'll try to stick to that. Another thing I used to pick up a lot of are these Champion Eco Fleece. They do flip, but they're different. It depends on the college, it depends on if it's embroidered or not, the letters are stitched in. This one, overpriced for me, because they usually go around 20 to 25, so again, that $20 profit rule, not gonna happen here. And right as I say that, here's another Champion Eco Fleece. This one's made in Guatemala. Princeton is a more popular school, obviously an Ivy League, more prestigious, and it's got the cool lettering. A little more, but I'm willing to buy it because I feel like this is a higher chance of selling than the LMU one. This is a really dope hoodie. It's been here already a couple weeks, and of course they've already slashed the prices down, so I don't know if it's gonna be less than $5.99, but I'll take that even because it's gonna be 25% off. This is the brand people commonly pick up. It's the Polo Ralph Lauren, but this one's got the small logo. It's a size small, it's not really dense, and it's plain. The things you want to look for are the very vibrant ones, the big logo, or just a thicker material, because this one's really thin. Not going to be worth it for us, even at that price. Here's a little quarter zip pullover thing. Pebble Beach is a good one to look out for, but the Antigua brand isn't really something that's helpful. If it was like on Travis Matthew, it'd be worth it, but not this. It says a lot if you know this show. I'm not sure what it could potentially sell for. It's on the production team at Telemundo show, obviously, from 2012. At only $2, it'll be $1.50 today. I'm willing to take the risk on something like this because it's only $1.50. So usually these promo shirts, I'm just gonna list them and see if anyone's interested, because very unique piece. Not likely to ever see another one. Oh, I recognize this, of course, with the TMC team on there. The easy way to check to see if these are authentic is to look at the bottom. They got the tags stitched to the end there, so it's definitely official. Definitely gonna grab it because gotta represent, and it still will flip. There's another one there. Cool. Here's a cool piece. Puma. This is the Irish rugby logo. It's like got a little weird embroidery there. Got the buttons, got the old school tag. It'll be what, like $5, $5.25. Got the little rugby logo there. Not a lot of them on eBay, so I'm willing to grab it. I think I can get at least maybe $30 for it. So there's the profits we hope to get. Here's a cool Long Beach State. This looks older. What year is this from? Made in Honduras. No year, but definitely got that classic look to it. Might have to swoop this up. I changed my mind on it. I don't think it'd be over more than $20, and it's just not gonna be worth it, so pass. This is just a unique shirt I've never seen before. A strength and conditioning shirt for a professional baseball team. So Major League Baseball, exclusively engineered. Interesting. I'm gonna have to get it. Here's another BTS thing. I actually found a hoodie here the other day and I sold that already. This one is not real or authentic. I don't think it's merch that they would sell at the store just based off the tag, and the material is kind of flimsy, and this thing's already bent, so, but it looked like they don't sell for more than 20 bucks, so we're not gonna grab it. Johnny Cupcakes. I feel like I've seen this brand around. Bounty on Hunger. Oh, it's like a Boba Fett Johnny Cupcake shirt. $2. It'll be $1.50, so I'm thinking I might as well take the chance on this because it's a good size, XL, and it's got Star Wars reference, so. Here's a brand I really haven't seen a lot of, but when I looked it up, surprisingly it does sell. Unfortunately, it sells around 20 bucks, so if you can find it for cheaper than $5.25, that'd be worth it, but unfortunately this isn't quite enough for us, so we're gonna leave it. These always sell for me, but it's got a snag. But if you can find anything box lunch Harry Potter with the embroidery, definitely grab it. Not this one. This one's snagged. The colors kind of look like an Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis! At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes.
The comps don't really pop up. No one's put it in the title, so I think I can probably flip this for maybe 40 or 50 bucks. It's gonna be under 10 bucks here, so worth grabbing. This exact hoodie is sold for over 30 bucks twice, so it's a Young Money American Eagle collab. Tie-dye, Young on the one sleeve, Money on the other, so I think it's worth grabbing. Always see this little V over here. This is Vuari. Definitely want to grab this. I don't know what the price is on it yet. $2, maybe $1.50 for some sweet Vuari shorts. Obviously a little bit of wear, but still in great shape, so great brand. I'm gonna check upstairs just so you guys can see it, but upstairs is all the kids' clothes and toys and some hard goods. Obviously this is an extensive store because we were only doing the men's. This is the women's. Look at this cool little thing, the Tulsa Talons. I guess this guy's name is Swoop. Not sure if anyone really cares about arena football, but this is very cool. It'll be here though. Alright, looks like we've been in here for just an hour 15 minutes. We're in line with about 10 items. We'll see what this totals up to though. Alright, so we spent 40 bucks on this bag. We didn't go overboard. We actually left a couple items that we used to pick up, but with our new plan of only listing higher selling priced items, we left those behind. So we probably left behind maybe around $100 worth of sales there. The items that we got are more than that. So we'll focus on minimizing the listing time by taking out those smaller sales. We'll use our time to list those higher priced items, and then also because we're gonna have a little bit less time coming up because I have a part-time job that I got lined up. I'm gonna be starting that next week. The goal is to have a steady flow of income that way while also maintaining the reselling, because my store is around 700 items. It does have sales every day, which we've been lucky to have, and it's really exciting just to have it now more established and ready to rock as far as keeping a constant side hustle going. Reselling was never supposed to be a full-time thing. I really just wanted to get it started and established to be a solid side hustle, and now that it's going and really got legs, I can focus on bringing in income the traditional way, hourly work, but also through creative ways, because I have a lot of trail races coming up that I'm actually chosen to be an ambassador for. I've also got some other ones that I've got to go and do content for, so a lot of exciting things. We're slowly, surely, and organically going from a strict reselling YouTube channel to more of a reseller running YouTube channel, because that's what is really more reflective of what really happens in real life. I spend a lot of time running. I do a lot of content for races, run club events, things like that, but also reselling is obviously a big part of my day as well. So back to talking about our usual daily tasks. After we go buy a couple things and add to the inventory, we always go to ship. Our store is set to ship every day, except for Sundays, obviously. Pretty simple to just make sure I get to the storage unit at some point. Early on, I would just go whenever something sold, when I was going back and forth way too many times. Nowadays, I go once. I go in the morning. If something sells an hour later, it has to wait till the next day. Makes it pretty convenient. I like to focus on getting it out in the morning, and then anything that sells during the day will be shipped the next morning. We're heading to the storage, which we call the J6 Flips Mothership, to ship out today's sold items. All right, so we're at the storage unit now. This is where we bring all of our items after we've listed them. These are items that are photographed and ready to be listed. After they are listed, they will be put into these bags to keep it safe, clean, and away, and then they go into these bins. They get filed away, they go into a numbered area, and I'm easier to find because I have a list of inventory. My store now has about 700 items in it at all times. This is all shipping materials, poly bags, a scale to weigh everything, fragile stickers, tape to tape everything, measuring tape to measure it all out. These are all boxes, just empty boxes that I can use. Definitely everything we need to run an eBay store is in here. The only thing we don't have is electricity, so we get lights like this to at least have some kind of light to see in here. The main thing is we can't print labels here, so I'll weigh everything out, measure it all out, write it on the package, go home, print out the labels there, and then our last stop is the post office. Just to quickly go over the solds, this is a Toomey sling bag, paid 25 bucks for it, sold for 150. This is a Descendant of Thieves long sleeve button-up shirt that I just listed, already sold for 30 bucks. This is a Whistling Straight golf course. It's an Under Armour quarter zip that I recently picked up. That one sold for, I believe, 30. And this is an Orvis field jacket. There's an old school little logo there for you. That sold for 40 bucks. So this is what those solds ended up looking like. I threw them into poly bags. The bag went into this box and the jacket went into that box. These are the kinds of items I pick up. Obviously, I also have some hard goods. I do find some electronic, even video games and books and stuff, but most of the things I pick up are closed. And my 90-day as of recently has been floating around 7,500. It's gone as high as over 10,000 and as low as when I was still building it up. So the goal really is just to keep this place up because it is a big unit. It is 10 by 10, pay monthly obviously. So not only am I accounting for the rent to be in here, but I'm also trying to make money on the back end. So the goal is now to make this a solid side hustle that'll kind of maintain itself. So we've obviously been putting a lot of time to build it up to this point. It's not like it just happened overnight, and a lot of sourcing went into it, a lot of listing and a lot of organizing. Now that it's got its own legs and is moving along on its own, we can kind of focus on other things. Looking around now, it's almost a little nostalgic remembering because I used to have this little space over here, 332, and that one was only 10 by 5, so we quickly outgrew that one. The person in here moved out and we were able to take over. And once we have everything packed up, we just head home, put a label on it, and hit the post office. So that's really the full day of reselling as far as it ends. I mean, obviously sometimes I'll go and source more, or I'll start working on videos that I need to post for the YouTube channel. Obviously the sourcing and the shopping is the fun part of the whole reselling gig, but there is a lot more work that goes into it once I do get in the storage unit. Mainly these items that are already photographed, already listed, and ready to be put away, but they need to be folded, put in bags. It takes a little bit of time, and I obviously have more over here that's waiting to be done. So I definitely take a sense of pride of how far along this store has come. Really, you want to make it work for you. The beauty of it is if you want to put in more effort to make those numbers go up, then you can. Or if you get busy and life gets busy and you can't do as much things, then you are okay with it going lower because that's what's going to fit your schedule and fit your time that you can do. Really, reselling is whatever you make of it. So if you want to put in a bunch of time and go 6 figures, you can do that. If you really put in the time and you really dedicate yourself, I guarantee you can get there just like Dixon's Pickin' does and all these other resellers who are putting out those big numbers. That's not what I'm looking to do, and I'm making this work for me this way, and I hope you guys will find a way to make it work for you as well if you're considering doing this. If not, if you just want to come along for the ride and see what we're finding at thrift stores, glad you're watching. I really do appreciate you taking the time to even sit through and see what I'm up to, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.